Hello, family. It's your girl Rhonda, and I am back with another inspirational word about faith. On yesterday, we talked about faith, and we talked about what the difference between faith and having belief. And so, on today, I do want to encourage you guys to step out on faith, to be that person of action that faith requires us to be. So, I'm going to be reading Joshua 1:9, which is a powerful passage and a promise that God gives us when we step out on faith. And so I just want to encourage you guys of Joshua 1:9, and it reads, "Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." That one promise that God is giving Joshua, he has given you and I. You see, Joshua can inspire us in so many ways. He was not asked, but given a command. He was given an assignment, and that was to lead Israel to the promised land. Now, I know a lot of us are feeling God calling us and giving us assignments for our new. And I want to encourage you to take an example from Joshua, to step out and just accept what he has asked us to do and what he has called us to do, and step out on faith and be encouraged that he is going to be with us always. That promise alone is a promise that should set your soul on fire, to cause you to start running after the things of God, knowing that he has promised us that he will be with us always. He tells us that he will never leave us nor forsake us. So that promise alone in Joshua 1:9 should encourage you as a believer to trust who your God is, to trust that he is the great I am, and he's going to do just what he said. And for that person who is struggling with accepting the assignment that God has given you, or the command that God has given you, I'm reminded that about 4 years ago, I received the command to move from my hometown in Mississippi to Madison, Alabama, after going through a divorce. I heard the word of the Lord, and I believed just what he said and what he would do. I stepped out on faith, me and my 2 children. I left a job that I love to do. I left people that I love to hang around. I left family and friends, all to follow what the Lord was telling me to do. And yes, they looked at me crazy. Yes, people thought I was losing my mind, but God. And we moved. I had no job lined up. And I moved on that word. I believe that he had taken care of me all this time, and he will take care of me then if I stay in his will. I truly believe that he would never leave me nor forsake me. So I stepped out on faith, followed God and his word, and believed him for who he was, for being the great I am. And I can truly say, as of December of last year, my children now can experience growing up under the same roof as their father. Our family has been put back together. We're growing in the Lord together, all because I followed God's command. I followed the assignment. So I want to encourage you to step out on faith. Do what God has said. Trust him at his word. Believe that he is the great I am. Believe that he is the God that cannot lie. Just stepping into the new sometimes can be overwhelming, because it's the unseen, it's the unfamiliar, it's going through things that we have not been before. So I want to encourage you guys to know that if God has called us to a thing, it requires faith for us to step out to see it, and he's going to provide provision every step of the way, and not just money for provision, but provision in knowledge and wisdom through the connections that he has assigned for you. If you would just step. If you would just step, you would find that business partner. If you would just step, you would find that mentor. If you would just step, you would find that leader that can help cultivate you into becoming the leader that God has called you to be. So I want to encourage you guys to have faith, step out on God, believe in his word, believe what he has said, and know that he is the God that cannot fail, he cannot lie, and his word will not return void. That's all I have for you guys on today. I do want to remind you once again to live life live intensely for eternity.